Gone are the days of needing a vast skill set and a ton of equipment in order to make money. Today, there are millions of people running successful businesses with nothing but an internet connection and their smartphone. So we're going to be covering 5 of the best business ideas you can get started with right now using nothing but your personal phone. Textbooks are what we call a necessary evil, and get this, in 2022, about 30 million of these were sold at an average price of $105.37 a piece. Now, Chegg is the biggest player in the textbook game, and they're in the business of both buying and selling textbooks as well as renting textbooks, and they have a market value of $750 million. But you could do this on a much smaller scale by putting signs up on telephone poles or even around universities offering cash for textbooks. At that point, you simply wait for the phone to ring, but since you're dealing with mostly college students, you're probably going to get a lot of texts instead of phone calls. What you're going to do from there is look up the price these books are selling for on eBay, and then you're going to offer people anywhere from 30 to 50% less than that, seeing as you're going to be giving them cash the same day. And trust me, you'll be amazed how many people are looking to part ways with their textbooks, especially if they've dropped out or changed curriculum, seeing as they would no longer even need those textbooks. But if you don't want to deal with handling physical stuff or meeting up with people in person, here's a much more passive business idea. There are thousands of flippers and service-based businesses right in your area that are looking for more leads, but most of them do not have the time to do the social media marketing and other grassroots marketing required to get new leads. You could step in as a middleman and simply sell leads to them that you generate through social media marketing, grassroots marketing, etc. On a small scale, let's say you work with a local power washing company and offer to get them leads. They could simply give you a unique discount code. Maybe it's your first name, and if somebody mentions that code, they get a discount and you get a cut of the sale. Or let's say, for another example, you work with house flippers in your local area and you help them source off-market deals for distressed properties. You can get a Google Voice number for free and then plaster that everywhere on signs, flyers, etc., and then manage those leads coming in, having those texts and phone calls forwarded right to your personal phone. Then, as you get calls and texts coming in, you can simply jot down those details and then share these opportunities with your network of house flippers, and if they're interested, they could buy that lead off of you. The next business is one of my personal favorites, and that is none other than drop servicing. Now, we've all heard of drop shipping before, where you're selling other people's stuff and generally are not involved with the order fulfillment. But that can get complicated quickly when it comes down to returns, changing trends, and of course, tons of competition. Well, what many savvy individuals are doing is pivoting into drop servicing, or selling a service that's actually being completed by somebody else. For example, I have a friend of mine who does this with a podcast editing business that makes multiple 5 figures per month, and all he does is edit podcasts for his clients, leveraging a network of overseas freelancers. But on a smaller scale, you could do this yourself by offering thumbnail designs for YouTube influencers, or another popular route is cutting down long format content into short vertical videos through an agency. And here's how simple this can be. YouTube has a chart at the bottom of most videos that shows you what sections most people are replaying. So this business could be as simple as having a team of VAs clipping out those sections and then turning them into vertical videos for your clients to repost. We'll get right to our next business idea, but first, a word from our sponsor. Whether you have a business already or are just starting out, a website is the most important aspect of your business now more than ever. Maybe you want to do something like drop servicing, social media marketing, or even building your own personal brand. You need a website in order for your potential customers to learn about your service. If you want to represent your business's online presence in the most obvious and effective manner possible, check out .online domains. This is the world's second biggest new domain name extension, with over 3.4 million domain names all over the world. The internet has already accepted this as the modern era's go-to domain extension for entrepreneurs and small businesses. And the competition is much lower for now. Check out Next MBA. Their website is nextmba.online, and they are a perfect example of the massive potential that exists with a .online domain name. Thanks to the word online, it's easy for a brand to show that their .online website is the online identity for their business. If you're ready to lock down your .online domain name today, it's available right now on GoDaddy, Namecheap, and countless other providers. But if you want the best deal, click the sponsored link in my description to pay just 99 cents for the first 1 year of registration. Just make sure to use discount code RYAN, R-Y-A-N, at checkout. Do not wait for a massive wave of competition to hit. Build your business website today with a .online domain. Now, if you're looking for a simple business idea that you can run from your phone that does not require a lot of setup or marketing of your services, there's really no better option than becoming a virtual assistant yourself. Sites out there like Upwork and Fiverr literally have thousands of opportunities that you can tap into right away by simply creating an account. For example, a simple search over on Upwork for customer service virtual assistant shows countless people having success with offering this as a service. So with Upwork, you have two options. You could create your own listing offering this as a gig service, or you can instead look at active job postings and apply for those positions. For example, check out this one right here. This is a cold calling position for a real estate investor in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, simply looking for someone to make cold calls on their behalf. So all you have to do is make a free account and put yourself out there, or look at the active job postings and you can find a VA opportunity in no time at all. And the final idea for a business you can run from your phone is becoming a talent manager for a influencer, or possibly a portfolio of influencers over time. On this channel here, we do anywhere from 5 to 8 brand deals every single month, and this generates 5 figures per month just from that income stream. Well, the crazy part is I don't spend any time on phone calls myself sourcing these deals or doing negotiations. That's because I have a team who does this on my behalf, but they don't necessarily work for me. In this business, it's customary to pay anywhere from 10 to 20% of the deal to your talent manager for actively going out there and brokering that deal. So if I did a sponsored video for, say, $5,000, that means my talent manager would make 20% or $1,000 in the process. Now, most of the big pages and channels already have talent managers, so what I would suggest here is tapping into the micro influencer market. These are influencers with anywhere from 1,000 to 100,000 followers, and most of the big talent agencies completely overlook them. Plus, keep in mind that a lot of the micro influencers of today are going to be the big influencers of tomorrow once they fully mature in that space. So if you establish a relationship with them early on, you could continue to represent them as they grow. So there you have it, guys. Those are 5 tried and tested business ideas that you can run from anywhere using just a smartphone. Do not make the mistake of thinking that a complicated business is for some reason better than a simple to run business that you can do right from your phone. All of the ideas on this list have the potential to generate a full-time income, if not generate a 6 or 7 figure income after you've been doing it for a while. The key is just to pick something and get started with it. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell to turn on all notifications. You can click below to watch my video about the best $0 business ideas for 2024, and I'll see you there.